All right, let's talk about one of the biggest headaches online, misinformation. What if the solution wasn't just another app, but an entire AI-powered newsroom? Today we're going to break down a really cool system called VeriFact that's trying to do exactly that, to verify the truth at the speed of the internet.
So I want you to think about a number, 15 to 20 minutes. That's on average how long it takes a highly trained human fact-checker to properly investigate and debunk a single false claim. Now think about how fast things move online. In the world of viral content, 20 minutes is an eternity.
And that really sets up the core of the problem, right? It's a race. A lie can get tweeted, shared, and go global in literally seconds, giving it this massive, massive head start. Meanwhile, the truth, well, it's still back at the starting line, carefully lacing up its shoes. This gap, this is where the damage happens.
Now, the obvious answer seems to be, hey, just throw some AI at it, right? It's a tech problem, so a tech solution should work. But, and this is a huge but, the standard AI chatbots that we all know and use can actually make the problem so much worse.
Here's why your typical AI just isn't cut out for this job. You've got these three huge deal-breaking flaws. First, hallucination. That's the fancy word for when an AI just confidently makes stuff up. It sounds plausible, but it's pure fiction. Then there's the knowledge cutoff, meaning it's basically stuck in the past. It's totally useless for verifying breaking news. And finally, maybe the biggest one, is a lack of rigor. It simply cannot tell the difference between a credible source and, say, a satirical article. That's a massive problem.
So what we really need here is a total mindset shift. And this quote from the source material just nails it. The goal isn't to build a better chatbot. The goal is to build an investigator, something that operates with the same strict rules a professional journalist would.
And that brings us to the main event, a system called VeriFact. The key to getting your head around this is right there in the title. I want you to stop thinking about a single AI and instead start picturing a complete digital newsroom.
So, how's it work? Well, VeriFact is what's called a multi-agent system. Now, that's a fancy term, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of one AI trying to do everything, it's a team of specialized AIs, and each one has a very specific job. By copying the workflow of a real newsroom, it creates what the developers call a chain of verified thought. And that, right there, is its secret sauce for being so reliable.
All right, so let's pop the hood and meet the team. Because just like any good newsroom, it's not about one superstar agent, it's about specialists. Each AI has a single focused job, and that division of labor is exactly how it avoids those rookie mistakes other AIs make.
And here's how that team works together. Think of it like a three-step assembly line for the truth. First, you've got the hunter. Its only job is to go out and scoop up all the raw data it can find online. No opinions, no analysis, just the information. Then, that data gets passed to the skeptic. This is your tough, grizzled fact-checker. Its job is to cross-reference every little piece of evidence against a strict set of rules. And only when the skeptic is happy does the file go to the editor, whose job is to take all that verified info and write up a simple, clear report for us.
So, remember that knowledge cutoff problem we talked about? Well, the hunter has a secret weapon. It uses a tool that grounds it in reality, a live connection to Google search. This means it's not stuck using old data. It can check claims about things that happened 5 minutes ago. It's working with what's happening right now.
Now, for the skeptic. How do you stop an AI from just making things up? Well, you don't let it rely on its own intuition. Instead, the developers gave it a very strict, codified set of verification rules. You can think of it like a pilot's pre-flight checklist. It's a list of journalistic standards that it has to follow, period.
And this is a perfect example of what one of those rules looks like. It's not some complex philosophical idea. It's a simple, non-negotiable standard from professional journalism. By hard-coding rules like this, you get reliable results every single time. It's not guessing, it's following protocol.
So, you go to all this trouble to build this complex digital newsroom. What's the actual payoff? Well, the results are pretty stunning, and they come down to making the truth both incredibly fast and incredibly clear. Remember that race we talked about at the beginning? This chart is the photo finish. On the left, you've got our human expert, taking about 900 seconds. That's 15 minutes to do the job. Now look to the right. VeriFact does the entire investigation in under 30 seconds. That's not just catching up to the lie anymore, that's lapping it.
But look, speed is completely worthless if you can't trust the result, right? And that's why this entire system is built on a foundation of transparency. This isn't some mysterious black box that just spits out an answer. It's designed to be a glass box. It wants to show you exactly how it got there.
And this is what you, the user, actually get at the end: a simple summary and a final verdict, true or false. But honestly, the most important part is at the bottom, the evidence locker. It gives you a clickable list of every single source the AI used, so you don't have to take its word for it. You can check the proof yourself, which makes this an amazing tool for media literacy.
So the big takeaway here is this. By modeling the rigorous step-by-step workflow of human experts, AI can achieve both incredible speed and trustworthy results. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. If an AI newsroom can verify the news, what can it verify next?